Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another run here at Shots Fired. My name's House and I have the honor today to present to you both Metal Gear 1 and right after that, the sequel, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. And for that, I'm also joined by my great friend and colleague, Joseph Joe316. Hello.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure to be able to do comps for both games, including this one that I had the pleasure to run last year for Summer Games Done Quick 2022. You ready to go, House?
I'm ready to go. Count me down.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And here we go. So, this is not the 1987 game, Metal Gear MSX, but this is the PS2 version that came out later in 2006 for the second disc release of Metal Gear Solid 3. So it's slightly different from the original version, and it also comes with some benefits. The first one you've seen right in the beginning, you're playing on easy difficulty, and that also comes with a few implications.
Yeah, so what he's doing now after getting the level 1 key card is we're farming for rations in this truck, which for some reason when you leave the screen and come back, the ration just reappears. It's a very, very nice convenience. He's going to collect up to, I believe, 6,
yep.
Which is the maximum you can carry at rank 1, which is indicated by the gold star where it says class, which we'll talk about that later. So the name of the game with running Metal Gear MSX is you want to take these lines as tight and clean as possible, despite the, things happening on screen, because we're not going to engage with really any of the guards hardly. Also, with the alerts, we don't, well, we do kind of care about them. It's, cool music, but,
yeah,
we're just going from place to place, and here we're going to be rescuing that POW, along with many others, since we're going to have to do that to rank up. Which again is that gold star I talked about. And this is where things can get a little scary early on, because your health is not that plentiful and you don't really have anything to fight with just yet. So we're just trying to survive the early gauntlet, if you will, including this, oh god, a rolling fight.
Oh my god. I think we're good.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, don't ask me how they got that in there. Maybe they just assembled it there. But I'll make that joke later about something else.
Yep.
So he's swapping to his ration here again because this is just a very, very dangerous area to be in. Okay.
That was slightly too early.
I was actually kind of worried you were gonna get murked there, because I've had runs die that early just for taking really risky gambles with running around without having the ration ready.
Yeah.
So the way the key cards work in this game is that each key card is assigned to a door, indicated either by level 1, 2, 3, and so on. And just through memorizing the route, we know which key cards we need to have on hand ready to go, which includes for this door, as we say, hello, 4 horsemen. Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm not gonna fight them.
Yeah, we're gonna get the grenade launcher, and then be like, hey, look, it's the 4 horsemen again, and never mind. Yeah,
I felt a little bad. I felt a little bit bad submitting this to Shots Fired, because for the most part, we're not gonna shooting anything or anyone. Because any percent, as we'll see later, most of the bosses we can just skip.
Yeah, well, I mean, the guards are firing at you, so I mean, that still goes with the thing.
We're under fire, let's put it like that, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything because I just have flashbacks of dying trying to reach an elevator.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you enter an elevator, every time it sets a checkpoint, and you see we've been going through this one floor for a very long time, and if we would have died at any point there, we've gone back to all the way the beginning.
Yeah, so that right there ranks up House to rank 2, which is the 2 gold stars. And for every rank up, your health goes up slightly, your ammo and ration, ammo and capacity go up with it, which is important. And right here, we're going to be running off to this corner, and Oh, man, we got captured.
Alright, now we gotta escape from this here. It will be fine. It will be fine. Oh, hey, here's Gray Fox, the person that we need to save. Let's go.
Yeah, we're not going to see him again for the rest of the game, so... Bye, Gray Fox. Yeah, we'll see you next game. Oh, no, it's the first actual boss. Well, I guess if you count the 4 horsemen, but we're just going to ignore our Shotmaker for a bit. Gonna punch a door open to get our gear back, which also had a transmitter, which definitely wasn't there when I last saw his item screen, but you just quickly remove it. And then what he's doing here is farming the ammo, which is for the grenade launcher that he just acquired earlier. See? Shots fired.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, we're just getting shot at. We're not the ones doing the shooting.
Yeah. Metal Gear has a very interesting technique where all of the doors we need cards for, but none of the bosses have the cards. So we can just ignore most of the bosses and just move on and get the cards somewhere else.
Yeah, that was a thing they fixed later on.
Yeah.
Once they realized, hey, wait a minute.
Hang on. Yeah, we're just gonna quickly go ahead, please.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, we're in the basement, the labyrinth maze, which is probably where most people, if they played this game, where they get confused on what to do next, which includes me. You know, shoutouts to Sergeant Silent for actually teaching me how to run this game.
Same for me as well.
Yes. Yeah, we love Sergeant Silent. He put a lot of work into, you know, with tutorials and optimizations, and just overall really nice guy. If you want to learn how to run this game on whether it's the PS2 PAL, the HD collection, or original MSX, if you really want to go nostalgic. But the objective down here is to get both the bomb blast suit and the enemy uniform, which are both going to be required for the run, since in 90% we're not collecting a lot of the items, really. The only essentials are the explosives, the key cards, key items like the uniform, the bomb blast suit, the grenade launcher. But we're leaving out a lot of the optional items throughout the game, like the thermal goggles, the cardboard box, even though it makes me sad because, you know, in the community, we love the cardboard box, but it doesn't have a purpose in this run, unfortunately.
In any percent, we really don't touch most of the items, but there's also a category for 100%, which I'm also the world record holder in, and I can definitely tell you, it's a lot of fun. It's just 8 minutes slower, so it's like half an hour roughly. And you can still do all the things, you get all the things, and you also use most of the items that we normally don't even touch here in 80%.
Yeah, so that was Machine Gun Kid, and oh, there he is again.
And as I said, completely ignoring most of these bosses.
Yeah, so he needed to get the parachute, which is another essential, and believe me, it is, because I learned the hard way when you skip it.
Yep.
Just
You're gonna take a hard landing.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very sad but hilarious tumble down to the ground, and then realizing, oh, I forgot the parachute.
Yeah.
So the bomb blast suit is for this rooftop here, which is, we're not dealing with mines or anything. It's just to weigh you down so that gust of wind doesn't blow you back in. I know, don't ask me why. It's required, but once you get past that screen, you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, it's fine after that.
Here's the shaky bridge. Another shaky bridge.
They're totally harmless if you know how to walk, and for the most part, you just slightly arrange a little bit here. But here's the actual first boss that we need to fight. Behind.
ID.
What does the Russian gunship do here? Well, we're gonna fight it. Finally, we're also taking some shots back away here. 20 of those grenades, and we're good to go. Remember, put on the parachute, or else this won't play and we die. But because we have it, we're good to go.
Yeah, we just float down.
Alright. Here we go. Here's a big minefield, and we're just gonna carefully walk around here to not take damage. You need to get this level 4 card here, and then take damage once we go out. Thankfully, my health is really good right now. Health is a very important part in this speedrun, because we want to keep as much as we can throughout. We only have the 6 rations from the beginning, and up to a certain point, we really cannot afford to use them unless specifically rounded in here. So far, we're doing really good.
Hey, look, it's the Four Horsemen from earlier.
Yep, but this time they don't move at all. I thought in the beginning they are literally just puppets, because that's something they pull off in Metal Gear 2, but no, if you play the MSX version, they actually turn around much faster, and you notice, oh, they are real guards.
Oh yeah, so here's a tank, and that's a tank.
Yeah, iframes in this game work really well for us. They're so long that they're long enough that we can literally walk through the tank.
Yeah, trust me, the disguise works. Even though your appearance doesn't change, they just think you're one of them.
Yep.
Oh, wait, another boss? Wait a minute, a bulldozer inside a building?
I wonder how they got this through the door.
Okay, there's actually a theory, right, which I think has a lot of merit to it. Again, shout-outs to Sergeant for telling me this, but it's the infamous IKEA bulldozer, where they basically built the bulldozer on site and built the whole base of Outer Heaven around it.
That's dedication.
Alright, so he's grabbing the antenna so he can regain use of the radio, since now we're in Building 2. We're done with Building 1.
Yep.
And from here, it's just a series of, you know, rescuing more POWs, and the objective in the end is we want to get up to rank 4, which is important for things coming up later, but here is the scariest part of the run, which we call Hell Roof, and, well, this is where runs go to die, if you're on PB World Record Base.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For those that ran the game, because you're just running through gunfire, guards alike. Depending on how you path this part of the roof, you can take it very aggressive, but it's risky. Those guys with the flying jetpacks, they are the worst thing of the rooftop. Why? Well, they get you in the air, they get you on the ground, they just chase you until you either die or you get out. I mean, they just show no mercy.
Here's a really key point about health management.
Look at that!
Yeah, they just follow you all along.
Swarming in.
Yeah, health management is really important. We're just on our last ration now, and we have to have at least here 1 ration and more than 3 stars worth of health to tank the next set of rooms that we have to get through, because there's a gas mask actually, but we never use it at any percent because we just tank the damage and use our rations to heal ourselves.
Yeah, this goes back to what House was talking about earlier about, you know, the managing your health bar, which is, you know, very important for this section specifically because, again, I've had runs die here from just not paying attention to my ration count or my life bar, and since we don't have the gas mask to bypass this damage, we're just, you know, tanking it, as you will, for use of the ration. Oh yeah, that guy that was in the other room, that's the fake Dr. Madnar. We don't rescue him. It's just it's a trap. Oh, it's Fire Trooper.
That was Fire Trooper. Yeah, once again, a guy that's just in our way and we can ignore and totally just walk through. Here,
so
coming up... Sorry, very quickly. Here coming up, there's the first instance where there's like bosses that we actually need to kill because they have a card. Just around, almost at the end of the run. Like, we still have a few more minutes to go, but at least after the halfway point, finally they notice, hey, we should probably make like a card and item behind some of these bosses. Or else the people will literally just walk through the game.
Yeah, I think the name for those two vary based on the version, if it's MSX versus NES, where they're either known as the Bloody Brads. I kind of nicknamed them the Arnolds because they're, you know, the Z kind of resembles Schwarzenegger, if you will. It's.
And I think they're also in the manual referred to as Metal Gear types. So they're basically like cyborgs, at least.
I mean, hey, it was around the age of Terminator, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
And Kojima is a big movie buff.
Oh yeah, that guy decided to take a nap.
Yep. I'm gonna try something very risky now. It didn't work. I wanna face through this little barrel here. I just made a checkpoint here, and okay, it didn't work. It's fine. It's very tricky, but it's still worth it going for, even if it doesn't work right away. Okay, this is the third attempt. What's happening?
Man, leave it to marathon luck, right?
Yeah. Okay, 4 times. What is happening here? Okay, 5 times. You know, we're not doing this anymore. I give up. Let's do something else. Oh wait, dying 5 times on this version of the game actually gives us full ammunition and maximum rations. Yeah, it was a little trick that they implemented for the PS2 run. Why is it randomly? There we go, now it's dead. And so if you are at the checkpoint and die 5 times, the game is giving you a little bonus here because it sees you struggling, so there we go.
Yeah, it's what we call death farming, where you basically die 5 times in a row, which the game refills your ammo and rations to full based on the rank that you are, which in this case is 60 missiles and up to, I think it's 24 rations, if my math is right.
Yep.
And what he did there, as well as the door for the rocket launcher, is we had to call Jennifer, who only answers you if you're rank 4, which I guess is kind of a mean way of the game saying, hey, you got to get good in order to get Jennifer to answer and help you, which all she does is calls in a rocket launcher and opens a door. How she does it is a mystery.
I don't know.
But the rocket is essential to, kill those, 2, NPC, Brads, to get the key card, and then we just make our way out through the aqueduct, which has a really interesting feature, which we're going to be taking a very long swim.
Oop. Let me heal up first, just to be safe. I don't want to die again on the marathon. I did that before, it wasn't fun. As like saying, you have to go back to the elevators, so this time we're going to heal a little bit earlier. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a long swim here, and thankfully playing on easy difficulty, this deep water only damages us for 46 points. At this point, with 4 stars, we have health of 48 points, and so the math turns out to be, hey, we don't need to get a required item, which would be the scuba gear, on easy difficulty, which is good because it saves us multiple minutes. The scuba gear is in building 3, and we need to go all the way over there, then come back to building 2, and then do this again. So thanks to being rank 4, and shout outs to Poozon, another runner who runs this game, found this out. We're like, hey, just heal yourself full with 4 stars of health, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, like you barely just have enough health to make that swim, and yeah, that guy that he just beat at the top was a Dirty Duck, who is required to get the level 8 key card. And wait a minute, are those crabs? Oh no, wait, they're scorpions.
Scorpions, even worse. Yeah, we're poisoned now, and this poison status will be kept until the end of the game. But it's fine, because as we say, thanks to death farming, we have plenty of rations, so we're just gonna quickly heal up. Whoa, okay, made it. This always looks very tricky, but it's calculated. We're fine.
Yeah, I always get nervous when I try the pitfalls, or in the case they beat me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can make a wrong turn, like on the wrong frame, and you just kind of get clipped into it, as it expands. So we're in building 3, which is the final part of the game, going down the world's longest elevator.
Yep.
At this point, Big Boss is basically trying to not help us anymore. He's really sabotaging and trying to say things like, oh yeah, go in this truck, or oh wait, no, go in this door. Definitely not trying to, throw you off. So what he's doing here is making this turn right as he blows up the wall to go into the next screen and hugs the right side of that wall, which again gives you just barely enough space to just run through safely. And then with this electric floor, there's actually a hidden wall where you can blow a switch off to disable it, but with rations we can just run through it.
Yeah, sadly it's only on the original MSX version where this hidden switch is. The mobile port guys didn't know that and didn't put it in this game. We tried to find it, but it's not there in this version of the game anymore.
Yeah, so we're at the final boss. We're actually second to final boss, which is TX55 Metal Gear. Just gotta plant explosives on its legs in a specific order. Good job, House, for getting it. But the real end boss is...
Big Boss?
Wait, Big
what
Boss.
The hell? That's not right. You're leading commander.
Oh, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah, so we just go up to one of the containers and then just stay put and then just fire 4 rockets. He just kind of gets caught in the loop going back and forth, and you climb the ladder on the left, which is the only one that gets you out. The other 2 are
Get ready for time. time. There we go. So that's Metal Gear MSX. 80% played on PAL. We didn't even talk about why we played this on PAL. We're gonna do this with the next one right after this one, because this is only the first out of 2 Metal Gear games for this evening. So let's look at the time officially. It says 1914 on the stream clock. In my live speed, it says 1907. That's really good. That's only, if I'm not wrong, let me see, 1845 is my PB. So 22 seconds slower than my PB. Not bad at all. Really proud of this one.
Yeah, I mean, optimizing this category is really challenging between your movement, your menus, sometimes just taking risks on, you know, building too rooftop with the routing, which plenty of runs have made it or, you know, died in flames with the hell roof. But yeah, it's a really fun game if you want to get into it, whether if it's, you know, HD collection version, PS2 PAL. You know, I would definitely recommend anyone that may be interested in trying out the 2D classics, which includes this game as well as MG2 Solid Snake that's coming up.
Yep. So quick shout out, if you want to learn how to run this game, join the Metal Gear Speedrunners on Discord, or of course check out the wiki. I made plenty of videos as well on tutorials for this game, how to run it, or if you're interested in this 100% category, you might want to learn this as well. They're very short, fun runs, can only recommend them, and yeah. If you want to really test yourself as a speedrunner, there is definitely a very competitive leaderboard coming along as well, so try to beat my time.